Okay, so what I'm going to go over in this video is a question that I ask myself a lot of the time, a question that a lot of my clients used to ask me, and that question is, should I take out a loan to join Blue Edge Financial, or should I take out a loan to grow my number of funded accounts? Now, here's the thing. Does the system work? Yes, it does. Is the system scalable? Yes, it is. What is required in order to scale with my challenges and funded accounts? It's not time, because it's not very time intensive. It doesn't take that long to get your accounts up and running. It's not skill. You don't have to be extremely skilled in order to do this. So the thing that's needed is capital. And the two ways to get capital to grow your accounts is, number one, you start with a smaller number of accounts, 3 accounts, 4 accounts, and you get one funded. From that one funded account that you get a payout from, you reinvest that profit back into the system, so you can now run 5 accounts, then 7 accounts, then 8 accounts, and 10 accounts, etc. And you slowly let the snowball effect come into play to the point where you're at 10 accounts, 15 accounts, etc. The second way that you can scale is you have a lump sum of funds, whether that's through inheritance, whether that's through savings, whether that's through a loan, right? That's the topic of today's video. That's the second way that you can scale. You have a lump sum of funds, you put it into the system to grow your income. Now, although that is a quick and easier and more scalable way to grow your income, you've got to also understand the risk, right? The risk is, if you put all of your funds into, let's say you take out a loan of $10,000, right? And you use that to get started with a Blue Edge or buy more challenges. That is a great option. That's what I'm steering towards right now. But I can do it because I know the system. I can do it because I know what I'm doing. What I would recommend is that if you are going to put a lot of money into it, start small, right? Like, let's say, we start with 2 accounts, because the thing is, you can make a mistake, and that could be you didn't set up Titan correctly, you didn't set up the hedge bot correctly, maybe you targeted too much on your account and now the prop firm is messaging you, maybe the prop firm shuts down. Like, there's many variables that come into play, in which the vast majority of them are in your control. So when there's problems that can happen that is due to you, is in your control, you want to make sure that you get through that. Like, you want to make sure you go through a couple of accounts that you set up yourself, and you're confident with it. Because if you're 2 weeks in and you set up like 15 accounts by yourself, it's I guarantee you that you're probably going to make a mistake. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm not going to advise. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am, after a year of being with Blue August 2023, so we're talking about a year and a half, right? I'm planning to take out a loan because I know that the system works. I know that the return on my investment is isometric, meaning that my downside risk compared to my upside potential is multiples, right? Very low risk, very high upside potential. So for me, it's worth it. It's just, the thing you have to analyze is that what could go wrong. There's not that much that can go wrong. You've just got to understand what you're doing. You've got to go through the mistakes, which are inevitable, right? But you've got to go through the mistakes that teach you the lessons that you don't make it that you don't make the same mistakes again. And even a point like diversification, if you put all of your eggs in one basket, let's say for example you got a prop firm like FTMO, like Funding Next, like Funding Pips, like Alpha Capital Group, and you run 4 accounts with this one prop firm. If you have an issue with that prop firm, if that prop firm shuts down now, well, you're going to be out of a lot of money. So that's why it's important to understand your risk and all of the things that can go wrong. When you come on board, you can talk to your coach about this. You can talk to people in the community about this. It'll be easy to diagnose what the potential issues are. But yeah, that's basically what I would say. I would say it's worth it to take out a loan. Of course, don't take out money that you can't afford to lose. The probability of you losing that is very low, but there's still a chance that you could. If you do follow the system of buy a challenge, hedge your challenge, right? Make sure to hedge. And the challenges that you fail, you're going to be able to recoup those funds and put it back into the system. Make sure to diversify. Make sure that you go through the process of setting up the challenge, setting up your hedge account, getting funded for the first time ever, and basically building that confidence that you can actually do it, that's only when I would recommend to consider taking out a loan. If you're just getting started, I would not recommend unless you're doing it to join Blue Edge Financial. Hopefully this video was of value. Now, if you did want my personal help, you can actually get this for completely free. The way that you do this is by becoming one of my affiliate clients. So all you'd have to do is there's a link in the description below. Click onto that link and that would auto assign you as one of my affiliate clients. And what that would mean is that when you sign up, you're going to pop up on my system and I'm going to reach out to you and you can basically be able to communicate with me about anything that you need. I'm pretty much on the back end of everything. I see what we're working on, the updates that we do, a lot of the ideas that you see within Blue Edge, like the hedging systems. I've contributed a lot towards that. So I'm going to be able to pretty much help you with anything, what platform to choose, what strategy to choose, what version of Titan to choose. All of the mistakes that you would typically make, I'm going to help you with preventing that. So yeah, all you'd have to do is click the link in the description. If you did have any questions right now, there's a link to my Discord, Instagram, and Facebook in the description. You just have to click it, send me a direct message, and we can go back and forth about any questions that you have. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.